A Fox News alert: explosions rocking Kyiv, with officials reporting several people dead and dozens more injured.
This as the U.S. Embassy in Ukraine tells people to shelter in place and leave Ukraine using privately available ground transportation. Don't take the train.
Long-range rockets are coming from the Russians because they cannot win in close combat. Mike Pompeo is with us, Fox News contributor, former Secretary of State, CIA Director, and Congressman. Great to see you.
Great to be
I know
here,
you have an announcement about your book coming out in January, but on this, the Russians hitting Kyiv and other cities, what does that tell you?
It tells me they're going to stay at this until we convince Vladimir Putin that the cost is too high. This was the central failure of Biden, was that he couldn't deter Vladimir Putin. So it's time. They've been dribbling out these weapons, too slow, not enough range. We should be providing the Ukrainians every tool they need to convince Vladimir Putin. And we're not.
They want long-range rockets.
We say we're
better than the HIMARS.
That's exactly right. We say we're going to give them HIMARS. We give them 4. We give them enough ammunition to last 2 weeks. We should be providing them with everything they need to provide overwhelming firepower to convince Putin he's got to stop this. Slow, late, short. That's been the model. That's disastrous for America.
I know, Mr. Secretary, you commented on Joe Biden on Thursday night at a fundraiser saying, you know, he might, Vladimir Putin might use nukes. And then we heard Kirby yesterday say that's not new intel. Well, it either was not new intel, and then again, maybe the president knew that and just blurted it out by mistake. But nonetheless, it ratchets things up to a level where it makes a lot of people uncomfortable.
Reckless, absolutely reckless to go to fundraiser. Imagine John Kennedy going to a Democrat fundraiser and say, hey, you know, Khrushchev's moving some missiles into Cuba. Right. Hey, could you write me a bigger check?
Sure.
Putin heard this. Our allies and friends heard this. This is truly dangerous. Vladimir Putin, there's some risk he'll use a nuclear weapon, but if President Biden is truly concerned about that, go to the American people, make the case, and then to your point, Brian, earlier, do the work to prevent him from actually believing that this will benefit him.
Right.
The idea that Ronald Reagan had of peace through strength, this administration simply doesn't understand.
Well, you know, when people have called on President Biden to end this war and offer an off-ramp to Putin, is any U.S. president really in the position to do that? This is not a war that Ukraine is actually, it's, you know, we're helping Ukraine, but we're not in the war in the capacity that Ukraine is.
I haven't seen any evidence that Vladimir Putin's looking for an off-ramp. None. Looks to me like he intends to finish this on his own terms.
So what does that mean for the technical?
That's loose.
Yeah,
and that's loose. You know, he's getting his tail kicked, to use a polite Kansas term. We have to continue to provide the Ukrainian people the tools that they need, and when we do, whether it's others around Putin inside of Russia, Ukrainian victory, you have to stay at this. American resolve will matter, and that demonstrated resolve, the willingness to continue to do this, is the only way you bring this fighting to a conclusion and save lives, not only in Ukraine, but this is going to be a hard winter in Europe. We're going to have higher prices here in the United States. We have to get this right for the American people, not just for the Ukrainians.
So coming out in January 24th, you have a book coming out about which you basically is Never Give an Inch, Fighting for the America I Love. Does it predominantly focus on your service to the administration?
It's about the 4 years. You know, so much, Brian, hasn't been told about the work that we did. The media didn't want to tell the story. We lived under the Russia hoax for 2.5, 3 years of our time. This tells the story of the great work that we did. You can see the difference now that President Biden is in office, and I tell the story. It's from the heart. There's some good humor. I was a CIA director, too, so there's some good stories as well. I think people will both enjoy, learn from it, and I think it sets the direction for what the next president of the United States will need to do as well.
And see, that's key, sets the direction. So it's kind of like, okay, this is how we set the table. This is where we should go.
Yeah, we didn't get it right every day, Steve. It talks about the things we did, what worked, what didn't work, why we were working on behalf of the American people to deliver this good foreign policy. And I think it's a fun read, too. There's some good stories about the Trump administration and the things that we did and the way that we thought about the world. We never apologized for America, and I'm deeply proud of that.
And you remember, I see you at the table when the President of the United States in NATO says, why are you doing Nord Stream 2? And I see your face and the President's face, and everyone's getting nervous, and the voiceover is, oh, this is so unusual, and can't talk like this. But imagine if we listened, if they listened.
Yeah.
No, I remember they said they were talking, oh, these folks are reckless. Like, I ran a machine shop in Wichita, Kansas before I was the Secretary of State. They said we were reckless. It turns out we had the right end of the stick just about every day, Brian.
Well, thank you so much for writing the book.
Never Give an Inch comes out January 24th. Yes. You can pre-order it right now wherever you buy books. Mr. Secretary, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.